Hello, how are you? Right, so welcome back to my channel. I'm Rich here. Thank you for visiting Mo Rich channel. Right, so this is a video that I written for us, how to use a how to edit, right, a C++ code on mobile. Right, so this app is a CppDroid. Right, so it's a very good mobile app, right? So you can download this over Play Store. It's called, there's a name up there, right? So on the top left hand corner, that's on the top right hand corner, right? CppDroid, right? So you can search it on Play Store. Okay, so now, so this you can use this CppDroid. It's very simple. It's a C or C++ IDE. It's on Android, right? So this I found it, right, this IDE, while searching for mobile app that could edit CPP file, right? For probably you have a file for Rasberry-pi, for any program that you have that you want to edit it fast, right? So you can use this. So this CppDroid is also it can also have you can, when you write a code, right? So for example, I'm writing this simple code. It can give you any errors on the go while you're writing the code. How wonderful is that? Awesome, right? This can compile, right? So it works also offline. Wow, that's wonderful, right? So probably you need it while offline, no internet, right? This one is configurable, right? It's called syntax highlighting, right? Yeah, and wonderful thing that it has support not only on your SD card, but it will support a Dropbox, right? So you can save it on Dropbox on your mobile, right? On mobile. So it's crazy, right? This CppDroid is quite useful, right? It's very useful, not quite useful. It's very useful for you to edit on the go. So when you run CppDroid for the first time, it will extract the SDK, right, which is about, I think, probably 150 megabyte, right, in size, right? And they will extract many examples and tutorials, right? So you can browse through all the files there. So now I'm writing a simple code, right? So this is an example, right? So on the supermarket, giving discounts on 3 items, right? So you can use that sales price, right? You want to use that sales price as an input, and the output will be the discount amount of the item sales price. So let's just say that it's a 15% discount on every item. This is only an example, right? So you can test it whether after you save and compile and try to run it on your mobile. What's great about this CppDroid, right? So it's I think it's written by a programmer, right? Since very long time ago, right? So you can search this. I wouldn't call it as probably some say that you call it C++, recycling C and C++, right? I wouldn't say that, right? So probably nowadays people are trying to create a new code, Rust, right? So C and C++ is still important code for any system, software, desktop. So it's quite interesting here. So this is an example that I've written here. So just about, if you're crazy about computer and programming, about tech, about IT, you're passionate about it, right? You can learn using the CppDroid. There's a lot of software mobile apps in the Play Store. You can download it and learn it. It's not just for people who want to create or edit, take out bugs from any files, right? Okay, so we just put it at 15% discount, right? So I've written here quite a simple program, right? So 15% discount, example of 200 will give you around how much? $30, right? So that's the output that we need. Okay, so now let me just delete all of these, right? And we can start typing the code. All right, hold on. So right here I'm using a send to for the user to key in the sales price of the items, right? So it pop up a window. There's a window pop up for the user to key in the price, right? And then after that we'll print out the output of the discount price, right? Discount amount of the price, right? Okay, let's just hold on. I'm trying to delete here. Some of us may not agree that you would prefer a desktop or laptop to write down your code, right, using C++. So but I think it's wonderful, right? So probably you can start the CppDroid to write some C++ code for your Android project. Let's just say you want to build something, a process of an app on Android. Probably you want to write an application for Android using Java, right? You're going to have the source code for that application, C++. This is probably you need it for the source code. You have CPP file, the H file, right? It's an expanded source code. You need to edit it, and probably there's some bugs in there, right? So probably you need to take it out before you post it. So this you using CppDroid, you just save it and compile and just run it, right? So it's much more different from if you're using a desktop or laptop, right? If you're using desktop, you need to press build and then F9 and then press F5. You can use this. It's very simple to write a simple program here. It's an alternative for C4Droid compiler. And you can until now probably we have looked at Python for building programs on Raspberry-pi, right? So now we're looking at this CppDroid as an editor for the C++ program for Raspberry-pi, probably, right? You don't need any special IDE or editor to make C++ program on the Raspberry-pi, actually, right? You can just use the CppDroid tool to edit. Probably other than this, you can use a text editor, right? So there are a lot of text editor on mobile. But the only thing you cannot do with the text editor is that you cannot compile and run it, right? You can edit it, but you cannot compile and run it, right? That's the some other code blocks editor you can use on desktop as a use a Qt creator, right? So here I'm still right. So right now I'm typing this one, right? So that's the first this one that I'm typing will give an output for the discount item that has been input by the user, right? So the first item being input by the user, right? So after that it will be outputting all the discount amounts for the item A. So then when after you have finished with this line, right, so you can continue to for the second item, right? It's the same thing, right? So you have to type it line by line, right? So there are other ways how to code this, right? So this is just an example. uh, to test the CppDroid. So that's the confirmation pop-up window. You have to confirm and compile it first before running it. So this is the integer main, right? So there's a body here. Then you can continue with the second line. So this second line is for the user to input the second sales price for the item B, and then it will give an output for the discount amount for the item B, right? So normally you can use this coding for game coding on Raspberry-pi, but probably you want to use C and C++, right? So but it's not very popular, right? Because there's on the Pi itself is more capable of doing cool graphics, so all the tools needed for the board and just enough horsepower to easily create and run high octane 2D games. Can even push a decent amount of polish right around create something exciting 3D experience. Let me just type here. Also introduce these C++ to Pi coders, right? To game coding, right? So it's very similar but on the different platform. Setting up a new project on this CppDroid C++, we can produce a very simple single file project. For example, this name is project November 09d.cpp. So that file is a source filter, and open up other sources file using the top left button, right? Can open up other cpp file and h file, right? So it should be fairly understandable to a beginner, right? There's a function called main, right? Brackets. Two line codes. Which one you want to type in as an input and which one you want to type in as an output, right? Yeah, there's they basically can learn this, right? So it tells function to return, right? So this one is for the function for user to key in the sales price, right? So there's a on the left hand side there's a run arrow there. There's normally we will debug automatically underneath this window. So once you press the, if you haven't compiled it, right, so it won't run. There's an error notification down there, so for you to compile first before you run it, right? So right now I'm at this user input tree, right? So this is for item 3, and once the user have input the sales price for item C, and there's this one is the code. There's an output here. The output will give a discount amount for item C. So that's it, right? All right, let's try to save it and compile this, right? It's pretty simple code, right? It's a single line code, right? So you should try it using CppDroid, right? I hope you like this video, right? So uh, let's try to compile this. All right, that's it. So 100, your discount item is A, 15, 200, that's 30, 300, that's 45. So I hope you like this video, right? It would be nice if you subscribe to my channel, right? There's a subscribe button there, right? Thank you for subscribing, right? Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to press the notification bell, right? So it's on the first top, the top one, that will notify you for my next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.